Okay, got my point. If you want to view the content, just go to the schedule. If you want to view the content, go to the schedule, just click on this view content link. Okay, so you can see this one. If you want, you can download. This is not like a fixed. In between, if you want to add some other stuff also, we can add it. So the sections are like core Python first we are going to cover, and then advanced Python. The next one is like web frameworks we are going to cover, like Django, Flask, Fast API. All three we are going to cover. Most of the times the people are going to use like either Flask or Fast API or Django, not like three. One web framework they are going to choose based on their requirement. Next, we are going to cover like how to connect with MySQL, how to connect with MongoDB, and how to connect with Oracle database also. Oracle database also we are going to cover. The next, data visualization. It is like very very important. Okay, you have a data, just I want to visualize the data as like a bar chart, as like a, okay, you can say like a reporting tools. Okay, Power BI. Okay, data visualization. Here we are going to use like Matplotlib library, Seaborn library, like this different Python libraries are there. We are going to use, just I want to represent the data in the visualization, like pie chart, bar chart, okay, line chart, like that. Okay, if you want to work with numbers, okay, you can go with the numerical Python. If you want to work with some data, okay, I have a tabular format data, I want to analyze the data, then the time we have, okay, one of the powerful libraries there in Python, that is called as a pandas. The next one is like the basic introduction. Okay, just we are going to talk about machine learning basics, at the same time deep learning basics and live project. Okay, this is our overall content as part of our sessions we are going to discuss. Understood, everyone?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now let's go with if you learn this course, what kind of opportunities we can get it in our industry. If you learn this full stack Python course, what kind of opportunities you can get it. Okay, that means how I can, okay, play some role, right? If you learn this course means, okay, you have to get some, okay, you have to apply for the post, apply for one job. Okay, what kind of jobs you can expect. Okay, you can apply means, okay, here if you learn only the full stack Python, you are become like a, okay, backend developer, Python backend developer, Python backend developer. Okay, this course, backend developer. Okay, front end. Nowadays, people are using like different libraries or frameworks like React, Angular, Vue, like that. Backend applications we can develop either Java, .NET, PHP, Salesforce, like Python also one of the backend technology. So that if you learn this course, okay, see there has web frameworks are there, right? Django, Flask, Fast API. By using that, we can develop server side applications. But if you observe this content, if you observe this content here, see these are the web frameworks to develop our backend application. Then okay, if you use this one only, then what about this total stuff means? If you want to write the code, you should have some idea on the core Python. If you know the core Python, then only we can learn all this stuff. See, if you want to write some business logic, you should know about the syntax and everything or not, the concepts and everything or not. So you should have to learn all these concepts. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, if you learn this course, you can apply for the post is like Python backend developer. That is one thing. The next one is like if you plan for the next level stuff is like if you want to become like a, okay, data scientist, or if you want to learn AI tools, okay, artificial intelligence, if you want to work on it, okay, this course you can think like it's like a stepping stone for that particular course. Okay, most of the libraries if you observe, okay, there has most of the libraries, okay, work with data science or AI tools. Okay, they developed by using Python libraries only. If you want to work with Python libraries, first of all you should know the basic idea of Python, how the syntax is looks like and everything. So if you if you want to learn, okay, in future data science or AI, okay, this particular course is very helpful to you, okay, to learn, okay, data science or AI. Why? Because most of the libraries or the most of the Troy libraries nowadays people are using like Python libraries only. Yes, Java also there are some libraries over there, but most of the people prefer like Python. Okay, so if you want to become like a data scientist in future, okay, this course would help you. Got my point? Okay. Okay, then the next thing is like by using this Python, okay, you learn, okay, Python full stack course. Using this Python full stack course, what kind of applications we can develop? In your, you said like a, you are like a backend developer. What is your role? What this guy is going to do? What kind of applications he is going to develop? What kind of applications he is going to develop? Okay, now Python, by using Python, whatever you can do with the Java, whatever we can do with the .NET, whatever we can do with the remaining backend technologies, yes, we can do the same thing by using Python also. By using Python also, we can do the same thing. You got my point? So that if you come here, the first one is like what kind of applications we can develop by using Python means the first one is okay, standalone applications. Standalone applications. The next one is like web applications. The next one is like web applications. The next one is like distributed applications. Distributed application. See, by using this course, by using full stack Python, I'm talking about. By using full stack Python, you can develop standalone application. By using this full stack Python course, standalone applications we can develop, web applications we can develop, and the distributed applications we can develop. The next one is like we can develop enterprise applications also. Enterprise applications also. Okay, there has most of the times, okay, you are going to work, if you joined for one company, you are going to work on one of these application. Either it is like a standalone application, okay, either it is like a web application, either it is like a distributed application, either it is like a enterprise application. You are going to work on, okay, one of these application. Got my point? So the first one is like, what is this standalone application? What is this standalone application? Okay, anyone have any idea? Standalone application. Which applications you can say, okay, standalone applications? Anyone have any idea? Which applications you can say like a standalone applications? Okay, you can unmute and talk, no issues. Anyone? Which applications you can say like a standalone application? Very simple thing. I have one small requirement. See, in my company, okay, there has 4 missions. We have 4 missions. Okay, this is one mission, this is one mission, this is one mission, and this is one mission. Okay, my requirement is like just I want to work with these all people. These all people want to work with, okay, MS Office. Okay, they want to prepare some document. That is the requirement. What supposed to be do? Okay, what these people are going to do? First step is what? Okay, person one. Okay, the MS Office software is there, right? That software he is going to download and he is going to install or not? Yes or no? First person, okay, he is going to download this particular software and he is going to install in his mission or not, so that he can start working on it. For example, the second person, he required the same, okay, requirement. He want to do something with the MS Service means, okay, this person installed in his mission, is it work for this mission? No, right? Okay, so this person also, what he has to do? This person also has to download that MS Office software and has to install or not. Same like this person also, and and this person also or not? Yes or no? Now you can see MS Office, I can say like a standalone application. My statement is like MS Office is like a standalone application. Can anyone at least define now? Okay, which applications you can say like a standalone applications? MS Office, okay, I can say like a standalone application. Which
Which are connected to the particular machine, like locally, which can be run.
Yeah, that is correct. Next, if any other answers? If you want to work with that particular application, okay, you have to install that application in each and every mission or not? Yes or no? It is like, okay, individual to that particular mission or not? Yes or no? That kind of applications, what we can say, standalone application. If you want to work with that application, you have to install in that particular mission. Any another person want to work with that particular application, he has to be installed that application in his machine also or not. This is specific to, this is individual to that particular machine or not. That kind of applications, what we can say, standalone applications. 90% all the softwares are like what? Most of the times all the softwares are like what? Standalone applications only or not. Okay, at the same time, the output of the standalone application like .exe file, MSI, just we are going to install that particular software in your machines or not. So all the softwares, most of the times those are like a standalone application. So if you want to develop standalone applications, yes, you can develop by using Python. Understood or not? Got my point? Which applications we can say like a standalone application? Very simple answer. If you want to work with this application, you have to install that application in that version. If you want to work with that application in another machine, you have to install that application in another machine also. It is like specific to that machine only. That kind of applications we can say like a standalone applications. Okay, all softwares you can say. All softwares you can say like a standalone only. All software applications we can say like a standalone application only. All are okay? First one, standalone applications. Okay, we can see one simple standalone application by using Python. Okay, the next application is what? The next one, web application, right? So can anyone define what is web application? Every day we are going to browse something. Those applications, what kind of applications those are? What kind of applications those are? Can anyone define what is web application?
Which can be browsed from the web. Like it can be
Okay.
accessible by everyone, kind of thing, without
Okay.
any installation.
Yeah, without installation, that's correct only. Any other answers? Okay, very simple. Okay, for example, you can tell, okay, every day you are going to just visit one application. For example, you open the browser. Okay, you open the browser. Okay, just you type something here. Type something here. For example, you can say like a google.com only. www.google.com. Google.com. Google.com. So whenever you type this particular domain in your address bar, you can see some content here or not. You can see some content loaded here or not. Yes or no? So this particular www.google.com, where we are going to open? Inside the browser, right? Inside the browser or not? Okay. Now we can discuss about one line answer for okay client side technologies as well as server side technologies difference also. Now see here, this is my browser, right? You opened one URL. Okay, you opened one domain. At the time of open, you can see some content loaded inside the browser. Okay, this content, okay, by default available in your machine? No, right? Okay, this content somebody developed, they placed it somewhere. Just I'm going to get that particular content and load it here or not. So my question is very simple. Okay, this content, the content which is loaded inside the browser, that content developed by using some technologies. Those technologies we can say like a client side technologies. Those technologies we can say like a client side technologies. Okay, now you can open the browser. Just I open the browser. For example, you can take this website only, vtsschool.com. vtsschool.com. Whenever you open this particular vtsschool.com website, this content loaded, right? This content loaded or not? This content we developed by using some technologies. Those technologies we can say like what? Those technologies we can say like a client side technologies. Like this, anything you can open the browser, you can do whatever you want. You can open any URL here. That content is loaded. The content is loaded. This content we developed by using some technologies. Those technologies we can say like what? Client side technologies. Client side technologies. Those technologies we can say like a client side technologies. So can anyone tell me some of the client side technologies? Do you know some client side technologies? Some client side technologies, anyone? Some client-side technologies.
HTML,
Okay, one
CSS,
is like HTML and CSS, JavaScript, all come under okay client-side technologies only or not. JavaScript and their on top of some some libraries or frameworks. Okay, done. Now my client application, for example, Google. Whenever you type something, okay, whenever you type something, for example, just I want to know something about okay Python interview questions. If I search about this one Python questions, then what happened internally? Whenever you type something like this interview questions, okay, internally what happened? If I click on enter button, internally what happened? Okay, here if you come, okay, here I said like Python interview questions. If I click on enter, then what happened internally? This content loaded, right? What happened in the background? That is the question. What happened in the background? Hmm? Tell me, this data is available in my machine. Huh? This data, these all items are available in my machine by default. Is this data is available in my machine? No, right? Okay, my Google people, all this content stored somewhere or not? Where they stored? That storage in our software applications, most of the times we are going to use databases to store your data. So that here is my data. Okay, all the data my Google people stored somewhere. Now, whenever I type Python interview question and click on enter button, my browser has to connect with the database and check with this particular search item, is there any matching results are there or not there? If the matching results are there, he can get it and display here in the list format or not. This is the thing is happened in the background. Yes, no. Okay, here my google.com loaded inside the browser. So terminology wise I can say my browser is like a client. Terminology wise I can say my browser is like a client. So here my browser is a client. Inside the client, inside the browser, there has some content loaded. That content we developed by using client side technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. All are okay with this point? Okay, this is my browser. Whenever I loaded vtsschool.com, whenever I loaded vtsschool.com, some content loaded here. This content we developed by using client side technologies. Which technologies? Client side technologies. Which technologies come under client side technologies? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. On top of that one we have the React, Angular, Vue, Backbone, like that. Okay, now most of the times we can say terminology wise my browser is like a client. So here my client or my browser want some data within the okay want some data which is inside the database. But here the problem, okay, there has okay one drawback is there for my client side technologies. What you know, these client side technologies not able to communicate with the database. Those are not able to communicate with the database. If they are not able to communicate with the database, then the time can we take some other person help? If I'm not able to do some work, then the time yes I can take some help or not, some other person help or not. I am not able to, I don't have the capability to communicate with the database, then the time I want to take some other person help. Okay, in between some other person come into the picture. Okay, that person terminology wise this is also one application only. That application we can say like a server application. Okay, this application what we can say, server side application. Now this server side application is there na. This server side applications I can develop by using Java, .NET, Python, okay, PHP, Salesforce, like that. Now our course okay is like a Python, so that by using Python I can develop this server side application by using the web frameworks like Django. Next one is like Flask. The next one is like Fast API. Any one of this one we can use and we can develop our application. Okay, server side application. Either you can use Flask, either you can use Fast API. Okay, any one of the web framework you can use it to develop the server side application or not. Got my point? Okay, now tell me, If you know Python, in this entire flow, you can work on which application? If you know Python, in the entire flow, you can work on which application? You can work on the server side application or not. The server side application only, we can say terminology wise, a backend application. The server side application only, we can say terminology wise what? Backend application. So if you learn Python, you can develop a server side application which is going to communicate with the database to perform some operations on the database. What kind of operation? For example, I can say database is like a storage. For example, you have a store. What kind of operations you are going to perform in the store? You can keep something. Okay, you can remove something. Okay, just if you want to put something, yes, you can keep inside the store or not. Okay, if you don't want, then you can remove from there. Okay, if you want to do some modifications, you can do it. Same like this, it is like a store. I want to insert the data, I want to update the data, I want to delete the data, I want to retrieve the data. That kind of operations I am going to perform. Okay, so now you can see the entire flow. My client application communicate with the server application, my server application communicate with the database and perform some operation and give the okay response or whatever it is. In this case, Python entry questions is my response. That response is going to give it to my client or not. Understood, everyone? So here my client communicate with the server, I can say like a request. My server communicate with the client, I can say like a response. My client communicate with the server, you can say like a request. My server communicate with the client, I can say like a response. Now you can define the web application. Now you can define the web application. Now what is web application? Very simple answer. By seeing this diagram only you can tell it is a kind of client and server communication application. Is in the client and server communication application, my client is always browser. That kind of applications we can say like what? Web application or not. Okay, can I define it again? It is like a client and server communication application. It is a client and it is a server. It is a client and server communication application. Here my client is always what? Here my client is always like a browser. That type of applications we can say like a web applications or not. Now tell me, in the web application, as part of web application development, where exactly we used Python? In the web application development, where exactly we used Python? Client side or server side? In the web application development, where exactly we are going to use Python? To develop the server side application or not? To develop the server side application, we are going to use Python. So in the web application development also, we are going to use Python or not? Okay, so define web application. It's a simple client and server communication application. Here my client is always browser. That kind of application we can say like a web application. In the web application development, we used Python to develop the backend applications or server side applications, you can say. Agreed, everyone, with my point? All are okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next one is like what kind of applications? Come on, what kind of applications? The next one, distributed applications or not? Okay, very simple. One simple scenario we can take it, you can easily understand. For example, you have a one bank account. Okay, you have a bank account in Axis Bank, for example. Okay, now tell me what is the procedure? Okay, if you want to open an account in the Axis Bank or some other bank, whatever it is, bank, it is not a matter. If you want to open an account, okay, what we are going to do, it's supposed to do, okay, first we are going to consult one bank nearby branch and we are going to give our details. At the same time, we are going to give some proof and everything. Okay, once my account created, okay, now tell me the account creation operation is like one time or every time you need to create? One time only or not? That means they are going to store your data somewhere or not? Yes or no? Whenever you want, okay, you can go and check. Okay, this is my account details. At the same time, how much balance is there, all this stuff we can see or not? Okay, everyone knows this stuff. Now come to the distributed application. Okay, now see, I have a Axis Bank application. This is my Axis Bank application. Okay, listen carefully. Now you are the person, You are the person, okay, open an account. If you open an account, okay, your account details stored where? If you open an account, your account details stored where? Come on. Your account
Database.
details stored where? In the database. Everyone knows that one. In the database or not? Yes. What kind of details? Very simple. Your account number, okay, your KYC details, you can say your address, your name, okay, your phone number or your email. At the same time, on your account name, okay, how much amount balance is there? All this stuff we can see or not? Yes or no? These are the details we are going to store or not? Okay, okay, then very simple. Now my requirement is I have an account in my Axis Bank. This is my Axis Bank application. Okay, I have the funds 10K in my account. I have the funds like 10K in my account. My requirement is very simple thing. Just I want to transfer the funds to my friend. Okay, how many ways we can transfer? Just tell me now. How many sources are there to transfer the funds? Okay, just I want to take okay some money from my account. I want to give it. That's it. Okay, what is the approach you are going to follow? Tell me. The simple day-to-day life we are going to use this one, right? Come on. Okay, first thing is like I can open my browser. Yes or no? I can open my browser. Okay, here just I have a internet banking service. Okay, internet banking service is enabled to my account. That's the reason I can go to the browser. I can open the website called as www.axisbank.com. Yes or no? www.axisbank.com, and I can log in. I can see my funds and everything. I can add my friend account and I can transfer. Possibility there or not there? Tell me. Come on. Possibility there or not there? I can open the browser. Okay. I want to open axisbank.com website. Internet banking is enabled to my account so that user ID and password is with me. So I can log in. I can see my balance. Okay. I have sufficient funds. I can add my friend account and I can transfer the funds or not. Possibility there or not there? Simple thing. Yes. Done. Okay. The next source. Come on. I have a mobile. In my mobile, Axis Bank app is there. Okay, in my mobile, Axis Bank app is there. Axis Bank app is there. Axis Bank app is there. By using PIN, I can log in and I can transfer the funds. Possibility there or not there? Come on. Possibility there or not there?
Yes.
Okay, there, right? Okay, perfect. Now come to the first one. Very simple. If you want to transfer the funds, okay, first I am going to enter how much okay amount I want to transfer. 10,000 rupees. Okay, if I send okay, if I click on the send button, okay, just I'm writing like, okay, simple way, I enter 10,000. If I click on the send button, internally what happened? That is the question. Whenever I click on the send button here, internally what happened? That is the question. Now tell me, all your details stored where? First question. All your details, your account details stored where? In the
database.
in the database. Perfect. Okay, in the database, all your account details are there. At the same time, okay, balance also there. How much is there? For example, 14K. Now this one is what? Browser, right? Yes or no? Now my browser has to communicate with whom? Database. Is my browser can communicate with the database? Tell me. Is my browser communicate with the database? My browser is nothing but a client. In my client application, okay, my client type technology is not able to communicate with whom? Database. In between, who is required to communicate with the database? Server application or not? So this Axis Bank, this application is like a server application. Got my point, everyone? This is like a server application. Now my browser communicate with this particular application. This application communicate with my database and check to this particular account balance greater than 10,000 or not. If it is like greater than 10,000, then that time he allow you to transfer the funds. Otherwise, he is going to give the message like insufficient funds. Yes, no. In the background, okay, this is only the thing is happened or not. Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is
Yes.
browser. Here is the browser. Now the same operation if you want to do by using Axis Bank app. I open my Android device. I entered my PIN. I want to transfer the funds to my one of my friend. Then that time also your data inside where? Come on. Your data where is your data? Again, database only or not. Now this person, my mobile application, wanted to perform some operations on the database, but who is going to perform some operations on the database? My server application, my Axis Bank already created one server app or not? Yes or no? So this time my Axis Bank application, my Axis Bank mobile app communicate with whom now? This server application, my server application communicate with whom now? Database, and perform required operation or not? Yes, no. Come on. Okay,
Yes, sir.
same like that. Now tell me, I want to withdraw my funds. Just I want to transfer or I want to take it. Okay, I want to withdraw my funds. I want like 500 cash. Then what is your approach? You can visit one ATM center or not? Yes or no? You can visit one ATM center or not? You insert your card. Okay, you have the funds 14,000 only, but you enter like 20k. Then the time will you get it? No, you can get like insufficient funds or not. Now tell me, whenever you go into the ATM, you entered some some amount. If you click on the cash withdraw button, then the time internally what happened? Internally what happened? My ATM is communicated with this application. This application communicate with your database and check on your account number how much balance is there. Is my balance is greater than entered amount or not? If it is like greater than, then only you can allow for withdrawal, otherwise don't allow. This is also one way or not? Yes, no. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next one. Okay, you went to one shopping mall, for example. Okay, just I want to transfer the funds to my that person. Then how we can transfer? You can give your card and they are going to use like what, some swiping machines or not? Yes or no? They are going to use like some swiping machines or not? Okay, those swiping machines also communicate with, okay, you shop, okay, you did like 5,000 or 6,000 bill, but the funds are not there. Then the time it's happened? No, it's not happened. Then what? Okay, how we can check? Again, my swiping machine also send communicate with this Axis Bank application, and this Axis Bank application communicate with the database and check the balance is greater than this particular swiping amount or not. If if it is not, then the time what happened? It is not it's not processing that particular request or not? Yes or no? Yes, the next one, for example, if you want to know the balance simply from your phone only, okay, there is no app, nothing. Then that time we have some toll-free numbers also, right? For Axis Bank 1-800-257, like that one toll-free number is there. Okay, if you call that particular number, he is going to ask some random, if you want to know the balance, click on press 1, like that they are going to ask or not? Okay, that is called as what? IVR, interactive voice response system or not? IVR. Okay, by using IVR also, if you press 1, from where I can get the balance? Come on. This person is going to communicate with the Axis Bank application, and this Axis Bank application communicate with the database. In the database only data there, na? That data only he can get it, and he is going to convert into voice, and he is going to give me as a response or not? Agreed, everyone? Now my question is very simple, straight question. This particular application, okay, how many people are communicating? This particular application, with this application, how many people are communicating? One is like a browser is communicating. Another one is like your Axis Bank, Axis Bank application app. Android or iOS, whatever it is, that is communicating. Your ATM is communicating. Your swiping machine is communicating. Your interacting voice response system also communicating or not. Now I can say my Axis Bank, this application at this moment, it is a distributed application. So can anyone justify? Can anyone tell me the statement now? Which applications we can say like a distributed application? I said this is the distributed application. By seeing this flow, okay, can anyone define what is distributed application? Any one of you?
The application which can take a request from multiple
Correct, right?
clients.
The application which is having multiple clients, the application which is having multiple clients, that kind of applications, what we can say, distributed applications or not. The application which is having more than one client, multiple clients, that kind of applications, what we can say, distributed application or not. The application which is having only one client, that is a browser, that kind of application, what we can say, the application is having only one client, that is the browser only, that kind of application, what we can say, web application or not. The application which is having more than one client, okay, the application which is having more than one client, that kind of applications, what we can say, distributed applications or not. Distributed applications or not. Agreed, everyone? Come on, that type of applications, what we can say, distributed applications or not. Agreed, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions, anybody? So the next one is like enterprise application, that one we'll see in tomorrow's session. So you can go through that content. If you have any questions, okay, feel free to drop a message to that particular email ID, or you have a contact number, right? Okay, you can drop a message, WhatsApp message also to that particular contact number. Okay, you can go through the content today. Okay, if you want me to add any new topics, you can come up with your topics, we can add it. Okay, tomorrow onwards, okay, I'm going to cover enterprise application and we are going to start our actual sessions tomorrow onwards.
Sir, should I need to install any software related to Python?
For now, no. Tomorrow I will tell. Okay, just you need to install. For now, we have one concept is like a environment setup. Okay, we are going to use like different ways. One is like in the Visual Studio Code, I want to run the Python program. Another one is like command prompt, I want to run the Python program. Next, Jupyter notebook I want to use. Next, okay, Google Colab I want to use. The next one is like PyCharm IDE I want to use. Multiple ways we are going to run our Python program. At the time of environment setup, we are going to discuss. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, I'm going to share this video with you. Okay, you can go through this video. Tomorrow onwards, we are going to start our actual sessions based on your content. Okay, first we are going to start with core Python. Okay, each and every concept we are going to cover in that particular content. Whatever the concepts we have, every concept, each and every concepts we are going to cover. If you want to learn in future data science, okay, just utilize these classes. Okay, it would helpful to you. Okay, then thank you guys. Thank you. We'll continue to remind things in tomorrow's class. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.